Hi, welcome. Today, my name is Annette Compo, and I am super excited to introduce our guest. But before that, actually, why don't you just go ahead and introduce yourself?
Thank you. Thank you first, Annette, for having me. I am Jamilah Wright, and I have the pleasure of being a State Farm agent right here in Farmington Hills. And so, yeah.
I love that. And obviously, we've been friends for a while. We met through the chamber,
Yes.
which is always a great networking opportunity for, local business owners trying to connect within to other businesses. And so first time I ever met you, I was like, oh my gosh, she and I were friends in another life. Yeah, 100%.
Totally agree.
So, obviously, being a real estate broker, we talk about insurance all the time. One of the conversations that always seems to come up with, buyers or even sellers is, hey, we need to have an insurance policy in place, right, to buy a house. And so the first place they kind of always say, well, we'll just go with whoever we're bundled with or whoever we're with. And we always kind of make that open conversation, say, well, this is a great time to really take a look at not just your homeowner's insurance, but all of your insurance is aligned. So tell us a little bit about why that's so important.
Absolutely. So a lot of times insurance is something we put on autopilot. So it's just you do it, forget about it. And sometimes you don't even know what you have. You don't even know if you still need it, if it's appropriate, if coverage limits are right. So we always encourage customers to review our policies. We try to do an annual review with customers because, like I said, sometimes you click it and forget it. And so when we have those conversations, it's a great time to say, okay, life has changed. Our circumstances have changed. Maybe jobs have changed. Maybe we put a lot of money into our home and we need to adjust our coverages there. But that is the perfect time when big life shifts are happening. If you haven't been consistently reviewing your policy, let's do it when that big life shift is happening. And so policy reviews are top of mind for us. So we proactively reach out to customers to make sure that, okay, it's not on your mind, but it's on our mind. We take it off your plate.
Yeah, I love that. And I think one of the neat things is you're such high service. Obviously, I know you own your company, right?
Yes.
But whenever I go in there, it's always like super fast paced. And it's like all of these people are on phones talking with customers. And I love that. And I almost feel like, being in real estate, I obviously want to get on the phones as well. So I'm like, well, maybe I should call some customers. So whenever I leave your office, I love that because it always gets me motivated to say, you know what, I'm gonna get on the phones as well. So in the environment, the culture in your office is just incredible as well, which obviously any great entrepreneur understands that, their leadership is like a waterfall, right? So you set the pace for everybody on your team, which that's amazing because now your clients are experiencing the same customer service that you would have offered to them. It's not that they have to always talk to you, but it's that same customer service that we're expecting. So tell me a little bit about objects that people are buying, right? That they should be calling you, the insurance agent, right after they buy it.
So sometimes I would say even before you buy it.
Okay.
So homes, you're thinking about you want to buy, you're out there, you got your pre-approval, you're working with your realtor. Sometimes it's great for us to just talk. We can quote things out and figure out where you land because that bottom line of what you're going to pay out monthly or annually can be impacted by insurance. You're like, okay, wait, I'm in this neighborhood and my insurance is going to be this for my car and my home. Maybe I have to pivot a little bit and look someplace else because it truly is a budget line item.
Yeah, it might be too expensive.
Absolutely. So we don't want a customer to fall in love with a property or something or a neighborhood or a location where they're like, yikes, I wanted it, but maybe my insurance shifts or premiums just make it cost prohibitive for us. But then let's talk about like wedding seasons, engagement seasons, getting those new rings, getting jewelry. You want to talk. Now that's going to come afterwards because, maybe you don't know that you're going to get engaged. So the ring lands on your finger. Let's get it engaged or let's get it insured.
Let's get it engaged with an insurance company.
Right. Absolutely. And then, boats, RVs, ATVs, all the toys. You're out there shopping for those. Again, insurance plays a part into it. And you want to be properly insured and you want to know that I hate when a customer has to cut coverages because they didn't think about what it was going to look like if I get this versus this. And not that insurance should necessarily drive that decision, but awareness is important. So we can talk about it on the front end and plan together. Then sometimes we land in a little bit better position because you're informed decisions.
Well, and I think also there's objects like, should we be calling you when we buy a new laptop?
You could, yeah. Personal articles policies, totally appropriate. Laptops go walking away on college campuses. Kids leave backpacks places. So personal articles policies, totally appropriate to be talking about. Anytime you're making a purchase where you do not want to come out of pocket to replace it, if you lost it, then that's something for us to be talking about.
Yeah, we're on the air, so I'm just going to tell you, I have an 800-pound roommate that moved in, and she is beautiful. She's a baby grand.
Yes.
And so probably need to make the call and say, hey, we've got this going up. Because honestly, I got it from a church. So my mindset was not a big expense. But to replace her when I had the tuner out, it was like $10,000.
Yes.
So what are some tips for people that, have insurance and they, we never want to hope or plan for a fire or a natural disaster or anything going on, but we also have to be prepared. What are, we've heard about videotaping your house. I've heard taking pictures. You're the expert. What should we be doing?
Absolutely. So when I get a new customer and even our existing customers, when we are doing policy reviews, we remind you it's time to do a home inventory. Maybe you did it with us last year. We're going to let you know, go in there, take a quick peek, see what you have, because the time is not when the fire happens to decide, okay, I need to try to remember everything I had. Big ticket items, scan those receipts or, take a quick picture of it, keep a folder on your phone, especially for really big ticket items. But you could take quick pictures of your basement, especially finished basements. We see a lot where a customer has finished their basement. They have fully outfitted it, dumped a bunch of money down there, have not called and told us anything.
I'm having anxiety right now because I know what this story is crescendoing to. What happens?
Yes. Oh, backup sewer and drain comes. Water in the basement, furniture's gone, brand new floors are gone, damage to the drywall. And I'm like,
and no one wants to touch it because if it's sewer backup or even drain water.
Got a remediation on all of that. But, and also I had clothes down there, all my Christmas things. Do you have a picture of the newly finished basement? No, not really. We just hadn't really is there a picture of the kids down there watching a movie? Maybe one. Is there anything?
You're trying to walk them through.
There is nothing, Annette.
Wow.
And so in a situation like that, State Farm wants to put the best foot forward and take care of our customer, but let's empower State Farm claims to be able to do their job well.
Right.
And so those home inventories are so important. You can do it whether it's video, camera, pen and paper, however you do it, start to keep track of what's in your home because it's going to be hard to remember in a catastrophe.
Well, plus you're not in the right state of mind, right? No one's the best version of themselves when they're going through a life tragedy like that. And I think too, now with technology and cloud storage, people can do videos, put them in a Google Drive and just label it, home or car or whatever that is. And because I wasn't even thinking, I literally paid a couple $100, not thinking twice about this beautiful instrument. And then you were coming in today in the podcast. I'm like, you know what? That's a great article to talk about.
Yes.
Because I didn't think about it. So I'm thankful you're on the podcast with me today because of that. So what about this bundling, right? Because I know that you see, even some of the insurance companies have done these cute little slogans, marketing wise. How much are you really saving by having your car and your auto? And is there other products that we should be bundling?
Yeah. I would say when you bundle, especially a home and an auto together, so when you think about it, Jamilah Wright State Farm, you come to the agency, we have both home and auto. If something happens, I have one place to remember to call. So that's the first thing. I don't have to pull up 800 numbers. I can come locally and deal with my agent or my agent's team.
Love that.
That's the first thing about working local. Next is the cost savings is really there. When we can spread the risk across your policies, you're going to save. Now that savings can be 15%, 30%. But anytime I hear somebody putting their car someplace different than their home, we got to talk about it. Let's quote it out. Let's price it and see if it makes sense. Now, sometimes it makes sense because maybe you need a new roof, and that new roof, you just can't do it right now.
That's a trigger point, obviously,
Absolutely.
for insurance.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, because if your roof isn't good, you're going to have leaks, or the wind's going to grab it, snow's going to
And
collapse
it may be hard to place your home someplace. So you end up with companies that will take on a risk where a repair is needed. So maybe can't put your car and your home together at that time. But when everything is in good order, you want to be bundling. You want to be. The other thing is our phone rings when someone passes away and they want to know, do they have a life insurance policy there? And it's like, we pull it up. We document, has it been asked? Oh, it's been asked. We've reached out to them, because we are truly one of the places where families call and say, just want to check and see if there's a policy over here. A lot of times there is, but it's still just, who all am I calling to finish up like those final life actions? Whether it's need to adjust the home, need to adjust the car, take somebody off, and I'm not calling all these different places. So bundling is more than just the price. It's more so like that ease and simplicity of, I know exactly where to find my things and I'm not calling 5 different numbers. I understand my billing because it's all in one place. I understand how the documents come. It's all in one place. So that's the nice thing.
That's a great nugget of information, because I never even thought about that, because obviously, when someone passes away, it's their loved ones that come in. Well, their loved ones aren't going through a tragedy, right? Because they love you and they're going to miss you. And then they're trying to figure out how to, settle an estate.
Yes.
This will be very difficult. So as a mom, right, and a business owner, I'm very conscious of making sure my trust is in place, making sure everything is listed out. But then, have I updated it? Did I switch insurance companies? Did I do this? And those are all questions that almost part of that. And I think the other key piece that I want the listeners to hear again is that you said that you knew if you had called them to promote it, right?
Oh,
or to have that, at least open that conversation.
Yes.
So that checklist that you go off of makes your customer service excel that much greater than probably other insurance agents.
It's really trying to take care of the whole customer. And that can only happen. We take care of our customers best when we know them really well. So sometimes we ask questions and they're like, no one's ever asked me that. And it's because I don't know how best to protect you or help take care of you if I don't know a lot about you. So we ask a lot of those questions. But then again, that annual policy review, are these beneficiaries still right? And sometimes you'll be like, oh, no, my mom was my beneficiary and she's passed away. And so each year we try to go in, update beneficiaries. So the annual policy review isn't just like, okay, let's find you something else to sell. It's truly, okay, you put in a pool, we need to get you a personal umbrella policy. Or
you put in a pool, I don't think about calling my insurance agent, right? I just
you're
want the pool in.
Yes. And then you're shopping for all the furniture that's going to go around and all the aesthetics and things. And so, and I'm like, okay, wait.
And call the insurance company would be the first thing we should be doing, but we don't do it.
But you're taking on so much risk.
Yes.
And people don't think about it. It sounds really fun.
Right.
Even like campers, RVs, and all those things. So you're going to put
belly flaps could potentially be dangerous.
Trampolines, all those things. Yeah. We want to be talking about. So we have those conversations, hopefully every year. Some customers are really busy and they have lots of moving parts and they're having babies and all these things. So we talk a little bit more, but we at least try to talk to our customers annually and keep track of kind of what those life events have been.
So one last question.
Yes.
When you were in elementary school and someone said to you, or even junior high, so what do you want to be when you grow up? Was it a State Farm agent?
No. And this is a late in life pivot. So,
of course, I know your story, but I love your story. And I think it really will resonate with people. So tell us a little bit about how you got insurance.
Yeah. So spent a long time in corporate America and pharmaceuticals. And I always say it's like the golden handcuffs. You have a good living and you're helping people and all these things. And I've had this nudge for a long time that I wanted to do something else. And it's like, can I show up and bet on myself? And you're like, no, it's too risky. So many businesses fail, and so I just kept feeling that nudge. And it was really when I had my daughter where I just knew I wanted something different. I wanted to live a bigger life. And so it's not like bigger financially. I want to show up for myself. And so I just took that risk. I was ready. I knew I wanted to help people. I knew I had a finance background. I knew that some of these stars aligned and it just made sense. And then it's like, okay, Jamilah, take the risk. And I did it. And I have no regrets. I tell people sometimes it's like pivot and prosper. And it's not even the money. It's like prosper in who you are, prosper in your relationships, prosper in your time. And it has been the absolute best decision. If nothing, I just ask myself, girl, why didn't you do it sooner? That's
You're designing your life
Yes.
exactly the way that you want to. And honestly, my heart is so full knowing the role model as an entrepreneur for your children and also your
Yes.
children's friends as they grow up is huge. It's absolutely huge. So thank you so much for being on today.
Thank you for having me.
If you're wanting to check out insurance or just want somebody to just hold your hand through making sure that all of your pieces of your life are in one location, her contact information is going to be right in the comments. Give her a call. Thank you again. We'll see you guys soon.